Midnight Mike for the Goat Gazette, the officially unofficial YouTube channel of the Hartford Yard Goats. We're here at Media Day. We'll talk to some players. We'll talk to the skipper. Let's get this started.
Drive hit deep towards left center. Rojas back to the track, hit the wall, she's gone! Hunter Goodman has done it! A walk-off two-run home run here in the ninth inning, and the Yard Goats win it! 5-4 Hartford over Reading as Goodman delivers. He leads the league in home runs, he leads the league in RBIs, and he's the hero in Hartford here tonight.
All right, it is Media Day 2024, and as you can see behind me, usually like last year, Media Day was held down in the home dugout, but that's not happening this year. High winds, rain, the field is covered. There's nothing much you can do except move it inside, and that's what they've done. So let's go inside, check out a little bit of the press conference, and talk to some players, and hopefully, Manager Bobby Meacham. Midnight Mike with the Goat Gazette, and I am here with Hartford Yard Goats manager Bobby Meacham. Welcome to Hartford.
Thank you very much.
It's great to have you here. Now, the first question I have is there are a lot of diehard Yard Goat fans in Connecticut, and I am one of them. What do you think it'll take this year? 2 years ago, we missed the playoffs by one game. What do you think you can do to help this squad get over that hump and have Hartford's first playoff appearance?
I think we have a lot of good players here. I think also we need to convince them that it's very important to play every game like it's going to be one that puts us in the playoffs. So once we do that, I think we'll be able to put together quite a few games that help us do that.
I'm very excited for that. What is the goal, overall, the goal for development at this level, the most important one that you would be teaching your players?
Well, I think all the players at this level know they're good. They're really good players. My goal is to teach them that really good is just gotten them to AA so far. They want to be great. Great gets you to the goal that every little kid has, is to get to the major league level and be great a lot all the time. Put you in the championship level. So my goal is to hopefully get them to understand is good is not good enough. Great and excellence comes with that. That greatness comes with winning and hopefully a championship.
One last question. I don't want to take up too much of your time. If any player all time could walk through these doors and join your Yard Goats team to help you guys get to those playoffs, what player and why?
Oh my gosh! Wow. Well, let's bring Dave Winfield back, right? Let's say Dave Winfield. He's like kind of the Aaron Judge of the time back then, and the Shohei Ohtani back. He was a pitcher back in college, and one of the best pitchers in college baseball. So let's bring Dave Winfield back to be a Yard Goat.
I'm okay with that. I grew up watching you and him at Yankee Stadium, so I'm a kid of the 80s. So thank you so much, and good luck this year in Hartford.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Here again with Zac Veen. Zac, it's nice to see you in Hartford again. I talked to you last year, and I'll be honest, it's an honor to have you back in Hartford.
Thanks for having me. You made my day saying that. Freaking, I'm so grateful to be back.
Now, the questions I have is, first off, spring training. How nice is it down there? And then to come up to this cold, rainy weather, how do you get your body ready to play from the nice, warm weather to this?
Yeah, I'd say last year, kind of experiencing this weather in the beginning was huge. It was definitely more shocking last year. But, ultimately, the game's 3 hours, so it's we'll be cold for 3 hours, but I think I'm prepared more from last year.
Okay, so you were here 2 years ago at the end of the season when we missed the playoffs in the first half and the second half by just a little bit. You think this year that the Hartford Yard Goats can make a run to at least in the first half or second half get one of those playoff spots?
I do. I do. I mean, I really do believe to my core that this is the best team I've ever played on, and I think, if we kind of do our things, and we should be in a really good spot come the end of the first half.
Okay, so if you could name your favorite sports team in any sport, please give me them and tell me why it's the New York Jets.
Uh, I'd probably say Jordan and the Bulls. How can you not love winners, right?
I mean, I grew up watching them, and as a fan of like the Knicks and like the Magic, boy, I had a hard time watching it. But years later, now you can appreciate, as someone who hated Jordan then, how amazing of a player he was.
Totally, totally. I wasn't around, or it wasn't old enough to really watch it, I guess. But I mean, just looking back at the history of him, the competitor he was, it's pretty unbelievable.
You ever watch any Larry Bird highlights?
I do a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't realize how good Larry Bird actually was, but he was outstanding. Thank you so much for joining me. Good luck this season, and I will be in the stands watching you. I think you're a threat both with your speed and with your bats, so stay healthy this season.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Here with Jaden Hill of the Hartford Yard Goats, pitcher. Welcome to Hartford. It's great to have you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
I've asked a bunch of the guys, with spring training being down in those warm weather climates, and then you come to Hartford to this. How do you get the body ready for a game and get all warmed up?
It's tough. It's definitely something that catches you by surprise, especially being down there for so long. You get comfortable to the warm weather. But, when you come here and you have the amazing facility, you have amazing guys around you, amazing staff, you start to embrace it. And, you're just happy to be here. You're thankful for the opportunity, and you just do whatever it takes to win.
Now, 2 years ago, the Yard Goats missed the playoffs by literally one game and still have not made the playoffs in the history of the team. What can be done this year to get the Hartford Yard Goats into a playoff contention?
I truly believe that this would be the first year that we make that happen. With the guys that we have a lot of talent, but everyone's humble. Everyone takes care of their business. Everyone is very professional, and they take care of their business. And so, with that being said, I think that's what it is. Over a long period of time, no one gets the big head. Even if we are winning, we stay consistent, and I think we have a really good chance of doing that.
Now, aside from yourself, name another player on the Hartford Yard Goats that everyone should be looking out for.
I would say Carson Palmquist, left-handed pitcher, has really good arsenal, and Jared Candy. I think I truly believe Jared Candy, is someone that is slept on. He has a great arsenal, has great success with his stuff, and a very hard worker.
Last question for you. If any player all time in the MLB could come into that locker room, suit up with you guys to help Hartford win and get to the playoffs, who would you choose?
Probably King Griffey.
Nice. Absolutely. I grew up watching him. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Here with Benny Montgomery of the Hartford Yard Goats. Welcome back to Hartford.
Thank you very much.
Question. I've been asking some of the players, you spent so much time down in spring training, and it's always so nice and warm. The weather's always so nice. Now you're coming up to this cold rain of Hartford. How do you get your body ready for that?
I've been doing that for 18 years before I got there. I'm from Pennsylvania, so this is nothing new.
Oh, perfect. 2 years ago, the Hartford Yard Goats missed the playoffs by literally a game in the first half of the season, and there are a lot of diehard Hartford Yard Goats fans in Connecticut. What do you think this team can do to get Hartford over the hump to that first playoff appearance?
Obviously, that's what we want to do here. We got an awesome team here. I can't speak enough to how good everybody is here. The roster we have, the coaching staff, and the support, and that is our full 100% expectation is to do that and do that much easier than ever.
Now, if any player all time in the MLB could walk through those doors and join the Yard Goats to help you guys win, who would you choose to walk through that door?
Chase Elliott was my favorite player growing up, so I'd have to say him.
Nice.
Six for that. I was a Phillies guy growing up, so.
I actually moved to Philly in 2007, and
2008.
well, what happened was I'm a Yankee fan, so I hated the Mets. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna jump on the Phillies bandwagon. Next season, World Series, and out on Broad Street, it was crazy. So.
Oh, yeah, I bet it was. I remember the Eagles parade a few years ago, and that was just as crazy on Broadway. So it gets pretty nuts there.
Last question is, what's the best advice? There's a lot of kids out there who want to play pro ball. What was the best advice you were given or the best advice you could give to them?
The best advice I'd have to give, it's a cliche, I think. When people told me this growing up, I kind of roll my eyes and say, that's dumb. But have fun. It really is important. From a young age, just getting out there, realizing it's a game, not making too much out of it. Just getting up there, realizing you're playing with your buddies and you're enjoying it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you go 0 for 4 or 4 for 4. If you enjoyed it as much as you could with your buddies, it's fun. Because when you play it for a while growing up, you got to enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Benny. I appreciate it. And that is it here from Duncan Park in Hartford, Connecticut. When Media Day ends, it means the season officially starts. April 5th, they are away at Portland, going to visit the Sea Dogs. They have a 3-game stint there, and then they come home to Duncan Park on April 9th to take on the Bowie Bay Sox. That's part of the Orioles organization. I can't wait. I know you can't wait. Baseball is back. Hartford is back. The Yard Goats are back. I'm Midnight Mike, and I can't wait to see you next time.